Hello, this is Glenda, and today I'm going to be making peppermint soap in preparation for Christmas. And what I have here is a piece of soap dough that I've been squeezing into this, in between this plastic. And I already prepared most of it, but I wanted to leave this one piece unprepared so you have an idea of what I did. First thing I did is that I rolled it into a log, like a snake. And then with this, now if you don't have something like this, you could use a glass bottle or anything else that has cylindrical shape. And after I make it somewhat flat, I remove it from the plastic and put it back again because I don't want to tear it into the plastic. And then I start pressing from the center on to the top and then to the bottom. So now I have a longer piece, and if I want, I could actually go thinner with it, but it's actually pretty thin now. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to trim the ends. Now this plastic is just deli paper and that I have a box of. And I'm just gonna trim the ends to make a rectangular uniform piece. And then what I'll do is that I have my mold here, or at least one of the molds that I will be using. And here you can see how I already cut some pieces of it to create the peppermint cane pattern. So I might do that with this, or I was actually thinking of doing something like this, like the green, maybe a swirl or a spiral. And if I do the spiral, I'm just gonna roll it into itself, possibly, and then just put it into the soap like that. But I'm not 100% sure. I may just do something like, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I might change my mind. But that's what I did with the green parts. And I wanted to show you before I start mixing the soap. Initially, I was only going to use green color because the last time that I did the peppermint soap, it came out looking like meat, which I think it's a problem that most soap makers face at least once when you mix red and white, if you don't know any better. I didn't. Okay, what I have here is the light water, and I'm doing something different today. Well, slightly different. First is that I'm going to add kaolin clay directly to it. If I can find my measurements, okay, here they are. And I'm going to do 3 teaspoons of kaolin clay, and I'm going to add it directly into the light water because I'm not going to have any additional colors. This is going to be the color of the entire soap. The only accent color is going to come from those pieces that I showed you earlier from the soap dough. Now I've never added it directly to the light water, so I know that mixing this will be dangerous. I do have my mask. I'm going to adjust, and I may try mixing it here first, just stirring it, and then I'm going to use this. I have the oils here, and there's something else that I'm going to do that you will see me do, and is that I will be using a tray here. Well, you can't see it anymore, but this has citric acid mixed with water, and actually it hasn't finished dissolving yet, but most of it is dissolved. And this is also the first time that I'm using citric acid. I was reading on the light calculator that I have that it can help with soap scum that's sticky. It can help make it less so, and it's supposed to help the soap bubble better in hard water areas. Okay, so I'm adding the light water, and I can see that the clay has sort of sunk to the bottom of it, so I'm going to stir it a little bit to make sure that it all comes here. Now, something I haven't done and that I should have done is, just for the record, is to take the temperature so that I can have it for reference. My oils are at 107 and the light water that's there is 97. I did mix it about an hour ago, so it's not very hot. Alright, it looks like my mix is emulsified. I don't see any oil differentiation. So I'm going to add the fragrance at this point, which I measure beforehand. And this is a mix of peppermint fragrance oil with musk, a little bit of musk, and what else? And I put some strawberry kiwi, which is here. It's a sample one that I got from Lone Star Candle Supply, and it is soap safe. Now, the citric acid is supposed to be added at trace too, so I suppose I can add it now. And I'm gonna keep an eye on it because it may accelerate trace. I don't know, I've never used it. And my recipe as it is very, it has about 75% of solid oils, so it tends to trace fast, and I have kaolin clay, so that's gonna make it trace fast too. So I'm just gonna do a quick blend. So far, I don't see any acceleration issues with this. So I may be ready to pour. It doesn't look very white, and I may just have some ivory color soap. I don't know. I do know it's gonna lighten up, but on this one, I don't want to use titanium dioxide since I'm already using the kaolin clay. Alright, so I'm gonna bring my molds. Okay, I don't know if I should leave this as is or if I should add them later. So I suppose I can test. I'm gonna get 4 bars out of this. They're gonna be squarey looking. And these, I made them the other day, but I kept them wrapped in between that, what do you call it? The deli paper. So it really hasn't dried and it's still somewhat flexible because I just unwrapped it today. I can tell that this is getting thicker. So here we go. Maybe I'll put some in the middle. Oh, it is definitely getting thicker. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to stop because I can tell that this is opening up the spiral and I don't want that to happen. Okay, it's gotten significantly thicker. And it looks like it's rising a little bit, slightly. So that could be for a number of reasons. It could be the citric acid, since it's new. It could be the fragrance. It could be because I haven't worked with the strawberry kiwi or this particular peppermint fragrance, but it's not too bad. So one of the things about citric acid that I also read is that it may lower slightly the pH of the soap. And now soap, it doesn't mean it's going to be neutral, no. The soap can never be that. Or it wouldn't be soap if it was like that. But it's supposed, I think, to keep the pH to 7 instead of 9. And that's give or take. It's approximate. It's not a given. This is messy. So, but what I'm interested in is just seeing if it will actually reduce the sticky soft scum in hard water locations. And we have hard water here. So whenever I use the soap that has, especially the ones that I put a lot of color in, it becomes a pain cleaning the bathroom. Or I have to run it for a long time so that it will dissolve all the scum. So we'll see. We'll see if this works. So I will show you what they look like once I am molded. And thank you for watching so far. Okay, so here's a close-up of the soap. In that top, I'm just gonna have to shave it if I want it to be even. And I did add some peppermint canes. They're not very good, but I had made them a while back out of soap dough. And you can tell there how that one on the left looks pinkish, because red, as a colorant, as a mica, it tends to migrate. So this is another reason why I only wanted to use red in one of the soaps on this one. In case it migrates and it starts looking pinkish around it, green tends to behave better. But yeah, that's what it looked like. I ended up pouring some in extra molds that I had. And I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Bye.